beautiful souls. Welcome back to the Tarot Closet. Welcome if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Christine. It's too early. Welcome to another All Signs Love Tarot reading. All Signs Love reading. And as is very often the case here at the Tarot Closet, All Signs Love Messages reading. I'm channeling for you in real time. It is August 2023. And of course, you can be here in real time, but you can also be here many months, even years later. All readings are timeless and meant for you when you find them. This is a fated connection. You are here when you're meant to be here. It means there's a message for you. So welcome. I'm glad you found your way here. I want to show you what is at the bottom of the deck. We have the Three of Wands and also the Knight of Cups, Sun in Aries, and Scorpio, Pluto energy. Is somebody coming here with an offer, thinking about coming here with an offer? Or is this somebody who's been hot and cold? It's not really clear really whether these are in the upright or the reverse, and the energy is still a little bit, yeah, it's still, I guess you could say, muddled. So let's see what else is coming through and if they are coming back into play. Before we begin, I just want to let you know that down in the description you will find all the decks that come in today, all the playlists, all zodiac signs, messages from your person, more All Signs Love Tarot readings. If you're on a twin flame journey, there are very long and in-depth twin flame readings below and a whole lot more, so feel free to explore if you're inspired to do so. Please remember this is a general reading, so take what is for you and let the rest go. This is very clearly yours. It's the Hermit in reverse, Virgo and Mercury energy. It's also telling us that there is a separation here, that this connection is stuck. Is it one or both of you not really sure what you want? Let's see what's going on. The Strength card is showing itself below the deck. This is Leo energy, also the source. God, Goddess, the universe, the divine spirit. What is that for you? But it's also telling me that you are, well, you're really drawn to each other. The chemistry is quite high. And it's also saying that things can be maybe a little bit overwhelming at times. Interesting. Self-love, of course, somebody trying to get the strength to talk. There's a whole lot that we need to see. In fact, I'm going to just move this through. Before we begin, I would like to invite you to like today's video and subscribe to the Tarot Closet. It really helps the channel so much. Watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing. So thank you. I really do appreciate your support. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us the cards. Aho. So let's see what's coming in. It's Ten of Wands in reverse and the partnership placement. Okay. So somebody is getting ready to send a message. We see that this is a no contact or in separation reading. What is that for you? Because it can also be it's somebody that you may even live near. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're just not communicating well. And either way, there is a separation. You can see that here. And you also see in the partnership placement, the Ten of Wands in reverse. So there is a energy of lightening up here. And we see where your person's energy is the strongest, your specific someone, your specific person, or maybe somebody that's coming into your mind wants to talk, has a lot to say, and that is most likely going to change something here. We're seeing the Eight of Wands in the upright. This is Mercury and Sagittarius energy. Yeah, look, it's the Seven of Wands in reverse. So we see that there is somebody's putting their defenses down. Mars and Leo energy. Look at that catty corner here with the Ten of Wands. Mercury is oftentimes connected to reading and writing. So this can be in person, but it's also looking likely that it might be somebody that's trying to send a message What's going on in this message? Well, what went on in this connection? Because that's what's being addressed here. And the Devil in reverse, Capricorn in Saturn energy. And yeah, this is a recovering energy. So it's recovering from whatever is going on in this connection. And also I feel ending the separation, because we see that there is a separation here. We see that it's quite stuck. And there's an energy of being afraid, to make the same mistakes. The Lovers in reverse, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse here, they came together. We're also seeing that what we already know, that there have been, that this is no contact. There's been some issues in this connection. But this is somebody also, it's the Lovers card in reverse. It's Gemini energy. It's putting Archangel Raphael in reverse as well, the angel for healing and fixing what's broken. Just wanting everybody to be happy here. It's more energy of what we already know, that this is a no contact and or in separation energy. So there's a heartbreak and a breakup energy here. For some of you, that might even mean a divorce. It's not going to be for everybody. Your person here writing this Knight of Swords has a lot of regret for a decisions that were made. This is Libra and Mercury energy. And Libra, of course, Libra is also connected to the infinity symbol. Can be your twin flame. It won't be for everyone. Twin flame energy is here, as well as soulmate energy. But look, they're both in reverse. So whatever happened here very clearly played a really big part in disconnecting this connection. And it's a decision that somebody, your person is what I mean by somebody, made a decision, I feel, without you, and they're regretting it. And they're coming in here and wanting to, balance things out by way of truth. That is, of course, bringing in that Libra energy, is bringing in justice. And that's finding a solution through the truth. That's communication. That's the yin yang energy as well. They're coming in here with a lot to say. You can see that, and it's most likely coming in an actual message, but let's see, it can also be that it's in person, because they have a lot of regret for some bad choices. I feel like more than one. You can see it right here with the Devil card in reverse as well, because this is what they're regretting. What happened here when you were together? Because you're connected. These are really connected cards. So whatever went on, whatever decision they made or got made because they didn't make a decision, affected you very much. And it's a big part of why we're seeing, oh, look at that. Why we're seeing, what am I doing? Why we're seeing the Lovers card in reverse too, the regret here, connected directly with the message. So this is a message of regret that they really want to get to you. They have a lot to say. And I feel like it's going to change everything here. And again, this is Mercury, so we know what's on their mind. And they're coming in fast. Look at this horse, actually looks like slow down. It's really fast. The sword is cut off here. So there's some clarity that they need to bring. There's some truth they need to bring. This is transactional energy. It can be that it's a little conflicting. You can see that in the armor. Some mirroring and triggering going on here. They're holding on to that harness. They're really making this horse go. And this is a really particular horse. This white horse is a very emotional horse. And, it's a horse pushing through obstacles. It's movement. There is a freedom to that too. And we see that something has opened up here in the partnership placement that is connecting really strongly with your person, either being able to come forward or feeling like they're ready to come forward. And in any case, this is coming in and expressing some regret for some bad choices. And we see what is connected with that. Well, it's the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So this is somebody, I feel like, who may have some jealousy issues. We also see that there have been, we already know that, some issues in this connection. But also not bringing forward perhaps where you already were, going back on an offer, hot and cold energy. And that's bringing back the Knight of Cups that we saw. And it was a little bit uncertain. It felt kind of cloudy when we were looking at the Knight of Cups, excuse me. So that's telling me that that Knight of Cups, while it's in the upright, it's also in reverse. So it's a spinner, because this is somebody I feel who has, gone back on some promises, who has not followed through. It's somebody who may have been hot or cold. Look what's connecting us here as well. They're riding the white horse here, but it's in a very different way. It's the Sun card. It's a very open, vulnerable energy. Also riding this emotional horse, and you can see there's something here in between the two of you. The sunflowers do not grow without the sun. And that's also the crown chakra. That's the knowing, that's the finding the solution, that's working things out. So we see that there is a new cycle coming. That here we see in the Hermit energy in reverse, this is a separation, whether it's just speaking or it's also physically. Either way, I do feel that this is coming to an end. We need to see a lot more, because we are still seeing it in reverse, and it's a major arcana. So it's a major player here, I want to say, in your reading today, which is telling us that, yeah, it is still stuck. But we see that they're wanting to address the regret here in a message, quite literally coming in fast. So that is telling me that the Hermit is also in a spin, and it might come in another deck. We're going to bring in another deck. It might not, doesn't matter, because the energy is here for me. But this is telling us that there is a completion of a cycle, and there is a new one coming, a renewal. And we see that here. And of course, that's also deducing into a one, and that is not just new beginnings, but an opportunity, I feel, to talk. And is there potential still here? And everybody has free will, energies, outcomes. They can, they will. They too change. Look what wanted to show itself at the bottom of the deck. It's the Seven of Swords in reverse. Yeah. So this is coming back and really wanting to make amends with you. You can see that. There may have been some arguments here as well, because it's somebody who has been stuck, I feel. But you can also see here in the Seven of Swords, when it was in the upright, that they did run from the connection. They did leave the connection. There is dishonesty here. For some of you, there is also some betrayal here. What is that in relation to? Because it's strange. It can be romantic, but it can also be, other things in somebody's life. And I'm hearing for some of you that it's money. That's not something that always comes through. And that can be literally somebody that was taking money or something to do with money. It's not going to be for everybody, and it doesn't always come through, but it's coming through today, and it's in reverse. So they want to make peace. There is apologetic energy here. There's a lot of humility, but there's also still some conflict. We can see it. This horse is kind of scared, but that's also telling me that they're a little bit afraid, and maybe that's why they're coming in so fast, because it is a transactional energy, but the sword is cut off. So they need to clear some things up here. And I feel like there's still a lot to say from both sides, meaning that it could be a little bit of a harsh conversation. The Seven of Swords is Aquarius and Uranus energy. And we also see that what they have to say might change everything here. And that's also what's happening. And we know that that's what changed everything in the first place, was when this was in the upright, and when the devil was here, that was the influence here. That was the influence. So what was that influence? Was there betrayal romantically, financially? We see that there's been dishonesty. What is in that relation to clarity and how they feel? Maybe, but it feels like it goes really far beyond that. That's wanting to show what's under here. So yeah, look at that. It's turning into one of these readings today. It's the Tower card. This is coming in here and being honest and getting to the root of the issues. Okay, wow. And was there a Tower moment? For some of you, there was. You can see it. It's a major arcana card. It's Mars energy. That's the fiery energy. It's the beginning and the end. It's a planet of action. Passion, drive, conflicting energy. Look, you're both falling here. And the thing about the lightning bolt is they come out of nowhere. It's something that was unexpected, or possibly it was there. You could kind of see it. You knew that the storm was rolling in, for example. but you couldn't do anything about it, and it changed everything. And that's also connected to that Seven of Swords energy. Lightning coming out of nowhere. And there's the cloudy energy that I was feeling as well, is of course creating fire. And fire is a destroyer, but fire is also a life giver, because that's what Mother Nature does. It regenerates. And there is a chance. So is this literally just clearing the air? Is it more? We're keeping this. Yeah, it's a new cycle. It's the Ten of Swords in the upright. This is the Sun in Gemini. In Gemini, we know, is the planet of the mind and the planet of communication. So this was really painful. Something here that you may have saw coming, but you couldn't stop. And there's an energy here of your person rushing in so fast, because maybe also here in the Seven of Wands, as we see in this stuck energy here, that you're maybe wanting to call this quits, because they're really rushing in here. Look at this. They're riding the Knight of Swords. It's movement here with the transactional energy, clarity, communication. It's quite emotional and it's conflicting, because we see they have regret for choices made. Look at the Tower card is connecting with the Devil, and it's in reverse. So it's time to deal with it. That is what is coming through here in a message. And it's also what is on their mind. This for me is a message coming in, and it really is the end of this cycle. It's a completion. So if this is for you also, and you're saying, yeah, I'm getting up and I'm going, maybe that's the case. It will be for some of you. We see the Sun energy here, and that is what is coming up. That is what is coming up here in the Ten of Swords. It's the Sun in Gemini. And that's the new cycle here. And that's a happier, a successful outcome. It's solving the issues. It's connected also to the crown chakra. And it's doing what you're feeling called to do. It's the life force. It's the sun, and you see it here. The dark clouds are lifting. It is most definitely a new cycle, and it's the end of, I feel, at least talking or writing together. So it's the end, I feel, of no communication. But that might also lead to something totally new for you. It can also lead to the two of you starting over. Let's see. Look here. The moon is here as well. So the moon and the sun, they're both here. Major arcana is Pisces energy. Gemini and Cancer are also coming through. This is a new way to communicate. This is opening up. This is opening up. And look, this crustacean here that is blocking the emotional energy. You see the flow. It's like it's stopped up. That's what's coming in. So this is a conversation I feel coming. Your person opening up and communicating in a new way, but it feels like it's going to be kind of a floodgate, because this crustacean moves. This starts flowing again. Look, your pole's still here in these pillars. And the sun and the moon, of course, is also here. It's more validation. This is the conscious, the sun, and the moon is the subconscious, and it lights up the moon, gives us that big, bright, beautiful full moon, and illuminates everything. So we have the illumination in the day, the growth, the warmth, the energy, the vitalization, and then we have the moon, full moon in the night, showing everything as well, and of course connected to the emotions. This is seeing everything. So this is a message coming in here that is quite literally being honest and getting to the root of all these issues. And are you continuing on, or is this just a conversation of a lifetime that is going to keep you moving away? Or are you moving together here? Okay, this is more of what we know. This is the apology. It's the Three of Swords, and it's also more of what we know, that this is a no contact and or in separation. What is that for you? Again, for some of you, it's legally connected. It's not for everybody. But look at this. This is the apology. This is the recovery. This is the healing. It's Saturn and Libra energy. A heartbreak energy. For some of you, again, divorce. The sadness around it and the loss. And we see it connected right with the Lover's card in reverse. That we know that they have a lot of regret for bad choices here. And it does feel like there was some arguing. And if it was not, I want to say, arguing per se, there was definitely a lot of conflicting energy and a lot of hurt involved and caused. I mean, you can see it. Look at this. It's really clear. They're coming back in here to make amends. They're apologizing they regret the choices that they made here in the Devil energy, which is what is being gone over here in the Eight of Wands in this message. Possibly communication in person. It's not going to be for everybody, but everything that was not seen here is coming to light. Everything. This is literally getting to the root of the issues and what caused this Tower moment here that you may not have been expecting or may have seen coming, but really there was nothing. When you see the storm coming here, look, it's a storm. It's Mother Nature, you know, when the fire begins and also when it regenerates in the rain and regrows the land where the fire hit, and it is stronger for a new beginning. You know, that is up to Mother Nature. It's up to the sun. It's up to the elements. Water, air, earth, and fire. They're all, of course, connected and working together here. Bringing us to the Ace of Wands. And this is going to be your overall energy. That's what I'm hearing. I thought it was the Three of Swords. I was holding on to it, but it's not. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius energy. This is coming in, look, out of nowhere. Leading with the heart. It's fiery energy. It's the fastest energy. So it's somebody who's just really inspired. A coming out of nowhere energy. It's vibrating. All the leaves change. Look, it's vibrating so hard that the leaves are falling off. This fortress, the castle, it's the journey of love. The emotional energy. And interestingly enough, look how calm it is here. This is the love. This is the friendship. And it's calm here. Grabbing onto this one and vibrating, but it's coming in really, really, really fast. This sun is coming up. Coming out of this Ten of Swords, this new cycle. This is a conversation. A conversation, and look, it's the Nine of Wands coming in the upright. It's the moon in Sagittarius energy. So this is more, there's a couple of things going on here. It's more of the energy, I feel like it's energy coming from you. It can also be your person, but they're coming out of that now. This is more of in a spin with your person, because this is ending this stuck energy, this separation. It can be in person. It feels really like it's a message for me. But you might still be here holding on, keeping up some boundaries, because I can see here that there was a lot that went on in this connection. A lot of hurtful energy. We see that your person, look at this as well. Look at this. And the Ten of Wands, when that was in the upright, the Jupiter and Sagittarius energy, it's a lot. So there was a lot put on this connection. There was a lot put on you. What went on in this connection? Because that is lightening up, but we see that coming in with the Three of Swords. So we know, of course, that was in the upright. That's the apology. For the Tower card, that's being honest. That's getting to the root of the issues. This is the regret. This is the message. Making peace, coming in and communicating. It's a big deal. This is also, well, it's the wand energy. It's with the heart. It's the fastest energy as well. It's the idea of love. It's the energy of love. And it's also telling us that somebody here might be quite persistent in their pursuit to connect with you, whether it's in a message or perhaps in person. The Five of Cups is now coming in reverse. This is Mars and Scorpio energy, and this is recovering. This is bringing in hope for recovering. This is bringing in what we already see. Your person asking for forgiveness. It's really, really very strong. This Ten of Swords is a spinner for me, and I also am feeling the Fool energy. The Fool and upright, we could be seeing it in reverse, but it's the energy of somebody who's coming in here who really wants to reach you. I don't think they're going to give up here. You can see it. This is a big deal. Whatever happened and whatever they're needing to apologize for, whatever level that is for you, you're going to know. But this is somebody who's really asking for forgiveness and wants to leave the past behind. And talk about everything here. This is not just coming in and saying, hey, let's forget about it. Let's get together. This is long conversations. This is a lot of conversation. This is getting to the root of the issues. Where is that going to lead? We know this Five of Cups was in the upright. That's more of the regret. It's the loss. That's the feeling of abandonment when this person did whatever they did, when they left the connection, when they said what they did, whatever happened here, because it's a big deal, because we see that also in the Seven of Swords. As all of this was going on, that they're coming in here making amends. And you can see your energy both here still, and the waters here are quite tumultuous. Somebody wearing a black cape and melancholy and looking down at these Three Cups, bringing in, of course, the Three of Cups energy. The Mercury and Cancer energy here. Communication, something that was really hurtful, said, or some arguing, an argument, what is it, around what happened here. Seeing the storm come in, not being able to stop it, an out of control feeling, or maybe not even seeing it and being blindsided by it. But look, the water here is still here, so it has not dissipated. It's still very emotional. So whether that was an emotional moment, conversation, and also continuing on into the lack of communication, because now the cups are empty. And you can see that here. But what is that red around here? So coming from the Ten of Swords, but this is coming back in. And this is really asking for forgiveness here. It is really very clear. Okay, I'm putting this over here. Wow, yeah. So we're gonna look at this, and of course, look while we're looking at it. We're gonna keep it, is what I wanted to say, and we're gonna bring in another deck. It's the Three of Pentacles. It's Mars and Capricorn energy. It's communication. This is an energy of teamwork, collaboration. It's communicating in a new way, which we also see here. It's not. I feel like it's not going to be probably super smooth from the get-go, but we also see that there's a lot to talk about, because this is getting to the root of the issues. In order for, if you are planning to move forward together or even apart, there needs to be a conversation here. We can see, hello, I managed to catch the camera right as it stopped. It's time, the divine timing, communication, and growth. It's the Three of Pentacles. This is communication. It's really, really very clear. I don't think it's going to be smooth the entire time. It might be really stressful communication that comes out of nowhere that maybe you're also not prepared for. That might also connect more with this Tower card energy again, because it isn't expect the unexpected energy. Though I feel that that has already happened in this connection, it can be this energy of just coming out of nowhere and persistently having a lot to say might be jolting. So something to remember. This is wanting to show itself. Yeah, look, it's the Six of Swords in reverse. So this was the stagnancy issues. We already know that. It's Mercury and Aquarius energy. It's more of the energy of, well, it's current still, but we see what is coming here, that is changing, and it's a minor arcana, and that's the day-to-day energy. So we see that is going to be, it's really a spinner for me, uprighting as well, because it is time. It's time to communicate. And everybody knows that. It's also the planet of the mind, the Mercury energy, not just the communication. We're going to keep it there because it wanted to be seen. We're going to bring in another deck. It's my little small one here. And as you know, I'm in Austria. So this particular deck is in German, but it doesn't matter. We will see what we see, and there might be some validations here coming through, maybe some new insight, possibly something coming that we weren't expecting at all. So let's see what wants to come through. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us the cards. Aho. Okay, look at that. It flipped over, so it's a spinner. But we know it's a spinner because it's in the upright here. Look, it's the Knight of Swords in reverse. Yeah, so that's the spinning, and it's the minor arcana. It's the day-to-day energy. It's the choice. When the choice is made, it will be more of an impulsive energy because that's bringing in the Ace of Wands. It's somebody just being inspired here to send a message with a lot to say. Perhaps I feel like they might be working on the message here as well. Look, connecting us with the Three of Pentacles, because that Six of Swords energy, the reversal here, that's Mercury and Aquarius energy, is spinning for me, as we see here now as well with the Knight of Swords. And that's the energy, that's the message, that's the conversation. Although I feel strongly that it's a message coming out of nowhere. And so let's see what else is wanting to come through. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us the cards. Aho. Oh, wow. Yeah, look. Here it is again. My gosh. Emperor energy here. Emperor energy. Aries and Mars energy, of course. It's a major arcana. And, well, yeah, look what they're holding. It's the Ankh. Life, balance. For some of you, this is your twin flame. It's not going to be for everyone. Twin flame energy is here. Soulmate energy is here. And it's neither here nor there for me. You know, if you're resonating, you're resonating. But that does bring in yin-yang energy, divine feminine, divine masculine energy here in the Ankh. And it's also telling us this divine masculine energy that there is an overabundance of that. So we're dealing with some ego here as well, which might be why it's hard for this person to get the message through, that maybe they've been trying to write it, but you can see that it's coming. And by the way, it's not about gender. We know that gender is fluid. This is, everybody has divine feminine and divine masculine energies, but this Emperor card has come right down with the Tower card, and this is being honest and getting to the root of the issues. And it's a validation here. Look at this. So this is an Emperor energy, as we know, of somebody who needs to come here, but their ego has been stopping them. There is some hiding of feelings there, some hiding of emotions here. We can see with the mountains that there have been some obstacles, we know, but they're also within your person, and I feel a lot of that is ego. A lot of times when we see the Emperor, it can be that you're dealing, well, of course, always it can be that you're dealing with a particular sign, but that's neither here nor there as well, because it's everywhere here, an Aries. But it can also be an older man, somebody who's like used to having their way, in charge of a lot of things. But that won't be the case for everyone. For some of you, that might really resonate. And I don't always bring that through, so I know that it's going to be resonating for a lot of you. These three, are just falling off. Look at this. Look what it wanted to bring in. And as they fell off, it's showing us the Devil card in the upright. So yeah, this is more of that energy of spinning. Spinners, lots of spinners here today. Capricorn and Saturn energy. So somebody, for some of you, there was some betrayal here romantically, but there's also some financial energy. There might be some addictions involved. Somebody who, an obsessive energy. We can see it's really prominent here, and it really plays a really big part in this disconnect. And that's also why we see what went on, why the apology and the rushing in with it, yet holding back until they just come, feels so big, because there's a lot that went on here, and there's a lot still to talk about. Look, as I say that, look what is revealing itself right underneath the Devil card. So what happened in that connection? This is spinning for me. Why? Because for some of you, it did involve an offer, that Knight of Cups that we saw in reverse, promises broken, hot and cold energy. But we also see that you're still in each other's energy. There's still a decision here. We know that they're coming in, and there might even be a really big offer. But that's also the energy connecting us with when this was also in the upright and all this was going on. What was happening here? This is Cancer energy. It's also Venus energy. That is the love. That is the friendship. Look, you see somebody here moving their hand forward, reaching for the cup, for the emotional energy. Somebody else here is wearing, look, the victory wreath. Has a long knowing coat on. Of course, that's also The throat chakra energy. And as somebody's reaching out here at the same time, look, they're stepping back. Interesting, because that really connects with this devil card energy in terms of what happened. And they do regret this because it's a spinner for me. They do regret this decision, but we also see that you are, in fact, still in each other's energy. We know that also with the Five of Cups. And there might be an offer coming through here. This is their romantic love. Can that be somebody's just popping in after all of this and says, hey, let's get married or let's get remarried? Maybe. It's not a super strong energy, but it is here. Let's move in, let's move back in, or let's move in, or let's talk for sure. Whatever the case may be, there is still love here. We can see that, but we also know that's not always enough. But this apology feels real big, I'll tell you that. And the conversation, though, does feel like it's going to be intense. It feels like an intense conversation if you haven't already had it coming here. Yeah, it's a lot. What's going on here in this energy? Interesting. It's the Queen of Wands in reverse. So it's minor arcana. And that's the energy of, it's like the lack of confidence, I want to say. So it's going from... And that's why we're seeing the Ace of Wands, because that is coming in and it's just kind of out of the blue energy. And this is regarding the two of you. That fortress there, that's the journey of love. We see that they have mountains to climb within themselves here. So when they come, there is a, yeah, there's, I don't want to say aggressive nature, but there is a, well, it's determined, we see that, but there is a, like, somebody who really has a lot to say. So there might be some of this going on in your conversations. Not quite ready here. Look, the Queen of Wands, the little Queen of Wands, the little Queen of Wands kitty here. But yeah, I guess aggression is really, it's going to be what level is that for you? But it is here. And you can see, look here, right on the opposite with the Emperor energy, this overabundance of divine masculine energy that, yeah, it's somebody really coming in here fast. Okay, wow. It's the Death card and the Seven of Pentacles, Scorpio energy. So yeah, this is some really big, this is some changes. These are some changes going on here, I should say. It's Pluto energy. It's also Scorpio energy. And look, they're riding the horse again. It's quite emotional. Here's the sun coming up. Look behind the pillars. So we see that here also in the moon. It's the sun here also within the moon. And here's the thing. This is also an energy here, in particular with the Hierophant of the death of their ego. So this is getting over their ego and coming in here and, yeah, saying that I've changed, wanting a second chance. Are they doing that? And will you give them one? Because look at this. This is really getting, well, it's already been clear, but it's clearer, I should say. The Seven of Pentacles, that's Venus and Taurus energy, and that's the energy that of you waiting here, waiting for an apology. Were you waiting for something else? Are you waiting for an offer here? Because something is coming in. For me, that's a huge apology. Somebody that is really asking for forgiveness, that wants to start over, clean slate. That's the Fool's energy for me coming through, of wanting a new start. But here you are leaning on that staff, on that wand, and deciding what to do. You know, that's Magician energy here within the Seven of Pentacles. Thinking about what you want to do as well. I mean, that's bringing in Gemini, Virgo, Mercury here, because you are thinking about this. And looking here at the Six of Pentacles within the Seven of Pentacles, of course, that's bringing in the Six of Pentacles as well. Waiting for this I can never say reciprocity, the give and the take here. Are you going to put this back in that Seventh Pentacle? Because that's the Seventh Pentacle, and that's assessing the situation. That's realizing, controlling what you can and letting go of what you can't. And you've been waiting here for a long time. And you're looking here at these pentacles, deciding what you want to do with that. So are you gone before they come, or are you here when they come and say, yeah, I'm coming in here in a different way. I'm coming in here changed, because it's a really persistent energy. That Nine of Wands is really connecting with the Queen of Wands in reverse today for me. And you see that what this is all about. They want to get, they have a lot to say. It's getting to the root of the issues. It's apologetic energy. It's big forgiveness, lots of regret here. But it doesn't feel like somebody's coming in and just saying, oh, I'm so sorry. It feels like I have this and this and this and this to say. So it's a conversation that feels really intense to me. And I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to take the bottom off as well. Look, it's bringing in the Eight of Swords in reverse. That is an unstuck energy. Here, when I took off the Two of Cups, it revealed the World card in reverse. So yeah, this is super clear that there have been delays, there have been issues. We see that, but we also see that it's not finished and something here is going to complete. It's an energy of completion and renewal. So is that a renewal apart, or is that a renewal together? Because it's unfinished here. And well, yeah, it's a spinner for me as well. It's Saturn energy, of course, lots of obstacles. Also bringing in some karma, bringing in that 8 as well with Saturn, which is also bringing in that infinity symbol and connecting us to Libra and the truth and clarity here. This is a conversation that is going to, there's going to be some kind of completion here. So whether there is an offer here and it's taken, or the offer is the apology and it's not, or it's taken and there's still a moving on energy, because it's spinning for me. So they can be coming in here with a very big question, maybe even proposal energy, but it also can be what we see only, which is a lot of apologetic energy, and somebody maybe not taking it. Look, it just wanted to reveal the Four of Swords. Okay, yeah, so that's Jupiter and Libra energy, and that's exactly where you go after the Three of Swords. That is the renewal. That's the recovery. It is really time. But somebody also has their rose-colored glasses off. We see that here with the stained glass windows. So what are you going to do? Because there are the Three of Swords. Your person's coming out of here. They're taking that sword, and that's the transactional energy right here in the Knight of Swords. That's the having a lot to say, getting to the root of the issue, promising you, really, I feel that they've changed. And that Knight of Cups was in reverse for me. So that it's spinning because it's also in the upright, because they are coming in. But there are some broken promises here. And it's somebody that maybe some of you aren't sure what you want to do. You can see it. Is that renewal alone, or is it together? Because it's transformational energy. We know that. It's big changes. It's a moving on energy. So whether you're moving on from everything that happened and starting over, or you're moving on. Either way, you're both coming out of this Four of Swords, because you've been laying here waiting for that sword, for that truth in regard to the Three of Swords of what happened. And we see that they have that. They're coming in here on that Knight of Swords, wanting to change everything. So this is some sort of completion, whether it's moving forward or moving on. Okay, wow. That felt like it was intense coming out. I feel kind of a relief. I want to bring in some channeled love messages and see if they have anything to say. And then we're going to close your reading today. What do you want to say to your person? Messages from their higher self. Higher self messages. This may or may not come through in real life. Okay, that's also yours. Baby, I need your love. Please come back to me. Those three are yours. The way those fell off. I run because this love is intense. I will say, the Strength card. Did we see the Strength card? I feel like we did. Yes, we did. Yeah, that was right. It came in with the Knight of Cups, didn't it? In any case, I'm seeing it, and that's telling me what we already know, that there's a really high chemistry between you, but there's a lot of overwhelming energy too. There's a lot of overwhelming energy too, and I really feel it. I run because this love is so intense. Yeah, but we're all going to say, well, that's not an excuse, right? But here it is. My heart says it can't stop loving you, and I beg you to listen to your heart too. I love you. It's interesting, but for me, that's the Emperor and the Death card here talking to you. Also the Two of Cups here and the Seven of Pentacles, because it's the minor arcana energy, you know, day-to-day energy, the daily stuff. You make your decision that you don't want to wait. Okay, I've made my decision. I've been waiting. And that's the energy of maybe going. And you're going to know that, of course. You have free will. Your person has free will. Everyone has free will. Energies, outcomes, they can, they will, they do change. The future is not fixed. I really want to be with you. Right over here in the Lovers in reverse, because that's a lot of regret. Are they too late? You know? Or where are you at? I wasn't even looking when I found you. I have not moved on. I'm lying. Yeah. That's clear. I mean, you can see that. This is your reading, and that's what you thought or they were saying. It's not true. They haven't moved on, but we also see that. Bottom of the deck. I can't say I miss you because I haven't even begun getting over you. That's a lot of that Three of Swords energy, but a lot of what you wouldn't have known, because that's the ego here hiding it with the Emperor energy here. I'm willing to accept that the fault is mine. By the way, that Eight of Swords, that didn't elude me. That's Jupiter and Gemini energy. And that's the freeing up. That's the communication opening up. The Eight of Swords is where your person put themselves. That's the isolation. That's part of the running, the lying, whatever happened here, which feels quite big actually. That's them coming unstuck, seeing everything, coming here and looking out and realizing that they're still in it. All the emotional energy, the journey of love, the fortress castle is still there. The transactional energy, that's an 8. They put themselves there and they're putting themselves out. That 8 is always an 8. And it's also infinite possibilities. We see them coming out. That's an action number. It's accomplishing something. Look at that. It wanted to be right here in the Seven of Swords in reverse, which is more of the apologetic energy here, of taking the blame for that. These are the last 3, and I want to show you this. Sometimes I cry myself to sleep. Who is this? This is Nine of Swords energy. Gemini and Mars energy coming through. I'm going to do these last 3 here, and then we're going to close your reading. Whew. This feels intense. So if you're awaiting a conversation or a message here, just spirit guides, angels, and ancestors are sending you, they're sending you strength here to trust yourself and how you want to handle this, of course, your gut instinct. Those are your guardian angels. Our connection runs so deep. I don't want you to get over me. Yeah, I hear that loud and clear. Look, they're even covering that Seven of Pentacles. It's almost like begging. It's like trying to convince you, you know. I feel that energy here. It's strong. I gave you breadcrumbs, I'm sorry. We're putting that right here with the Three of Swords in reverse. So I feel like of many, a lot of what they're apologizing for, this is one of, I feel, many things. And that's that Six of Pentacles in reverse, really. The Six of Pentacles you're looking at here. Deciding, you know, the reciprocal energy, waiting for that because it wasn't reciprocal. Beautiful souls. Beautiful souls, that is your reading today. I need to go and yeah, I'm going to go now. This was really intense. I'm sending you so much love and light on your journey. I thank you so much for joining me here today. If you enjoyed your reading, please like the reading, watching, liking, sharing readings, of course, subscribing to the Tarot Closet, to the channel, really keeps the channel moving. So I thank you so much for that. I look forward to seeing you at another reading. In the meantime, have a beautiful day wherever this finds you. Bye.